Now, we were just kind of chatting about this. You know, it's holiday season when this next gentleman comes in. The reason why is because of that. The 2018 Holiday Classic from December 26th to December 29th. I'm going to bring in, what's your official title, Coach?
I am the tournament director and the head basketball coach.
Okay, head basketball coach. One of the things we were talking about, I remember covering this tournament, I mean, it must have been 19 years ago, and seeing a 7-foot Tyson Chandler from Compton Dominguez. We're going to talk about the players in a moment, but speak to the amount of players and just how great the players you have coming in are.
I mean, historically, we've had over 80 players that have participated in the tournament that have gone on to play in the NBA. Wow. Tyson is one of the older ones, I think 18 years or 19 years in now. I mean, amazing. And but just most recently, like players like Russell Westbrook played in the tournament, a pretty good player. DeMar DeRozan played in the tournament. The young man from Duke who now plays for Boston, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving played in the tournament.
The earth is flat.
Yes, yes. I mean, there's been dozens and dozens of players like that, all critical to our tournament success.
We're going to roll some video. Let's talk about some of the players you have coming in. You have one gentleman that I looked up, and you sent me a thing, Jalen Green from San Joaquin Memorial.
He's the next one. You don't want to put too much pressure on a young man, but he's on course to be the next great player, maybe a potential NBA lottery pick. He's the #1 ranked recruit in the junior class in the country, Jalen Green at San Joaquin Memorial. Fabulous athlete, about 6'7", can score, can run, I mean, he does it all, and he's a special player.
How about this gentleman, Paulo Banchero? I believe he's a sophomore from O'Day.
He's from Seattle, O'Day High School in Seattle. He is one of the ESPN top 5 recruits in the sophomore class, and another very talented player. That's just coming into his own, and it's going to be nice for our local fans to see some of these players as youngsters and then go on to be college players and NBA players.
Up north we have Johnny Juzang from Harvard Westlake, and then Makur Maker, which we had highlights of because they were down here earlier for the Beach Jam Classic. Can you speak to those guys?
Thon Maker's younger brother is a fabulous athlete as well. Long, lanky, 6'11", runs the floor, can handle it with ease. Johnny Juzang, as well as Jalen Green, both played on our 17 and under USA basketball national team that won the World Cup gold medal in Argentina this past year. So I've had a chance to see those young men compete at a very, very high level.
We'll talk about your team in just a minute, but you're in the national division. There's some other pretty good teams in the national division, like St. Augustine, ranked #7 in California. You played them earlier this year. I mean, speak to them.
Saints is a very talented team. Shabizu Agba is one of the best young players in our county, a junior. 6'6", 6'7", can do it all, very athletic, can shoot it with range, going to be a very highly recruited player. We just played Saints a couple weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, and they beat us in a very good game, and Shabizu was the difference in that game. You know, Coach Hop at Saints, his son's also a very good player on that team.
He's very happy about his first game against, was it Orange Lutheran or J. Sarah?
We have them playing Maker, so the Orange Lutheran, and Mike called me and thanked me for making sure that they
I can imagine. Yeah, thanks, Coach. Let's finish up with Shadow Mountain Rink, 2nd in Arizona. But I think kind of the coolest thing about them is their coach.
Right.
Their coach is Mike Bibby. He played 14 years in the NBA and won a national title at Arizona. What's that like to get? How do you call Mike Bibby and say, "Hey, Mike, why don't you come out to our tournament"?
Honestly, through friends that I knew, Mike was very on board from the very beginning, and that was a great get for us. Again, one of the better teams in the country year in and year out. They play a very up-tempo style game. Mike Bibby, as you said, won a national championship, has been a very successful high school coach, and we're really excited to have Shadow Mountain in the tournament.
We have about 90 seconds left, so give me 15 seconds on why Boogie Ellis is so good for Mission Bay and the fact that you guys got him.
You know, I want to thank, first of all, the local coaches. The top 10 teams in the county are all in the tournament, which is fabulous.
Right.
The support the local coaches give us. Boogie Ellis and Mission Bay High School could have went a lot of different places at this time of the year and traveled and decided to play locally, try to stay home. And that just goes to show you how important San Diego basketball is to all of us. And Marshawn and Boogie to stay here in San Diego and play is fabulous.
We have 1 minute left. There's three things I want to get to. First thing, the showcase games. Boogie Ellis is playing in that, so is your team. So's, you know, speak to the showcase games on Saturday. People can go out and check it out. We've
been playing a showcase game. We're going to have 3 games, Saturday night the 22nd, 5, 6:30, and 8. The 5:30 game is going to be Vista versus La Jolla Country Day. The 6:30 game is going to be Torrey Pines versus Foothills Christian. And the late game is going to be Boogie Ellis's Mission Bay team versus Francis Parker. So a great opportunity to see top 6 teams in our county play against each other on Saturday. So that will be on Saturday. Let's sort the board one more time and let you know. 26th through the 29th, 5 venues, Torrey Pines, Saints, Canyon Crest, Sage Creek, and Santa Fe Christian. Santa Fe Christian, very good. But National Division at Torrey Pines, and Coach, again, I appreciate it because you know what? I want to sing that song. It's Christmas time because I always know that when you always come in. It's fabulous time. All right. Really look forward to it. All right, Coach. All right, we'll have highlights of that. Plus, we have the KWSI News at 6 coming up right now. That's it for the KWSI News at 5.